Hey there, YouTube. Ghost Jake here with you tonight at where I'm at. It is 10:0, let's say 10 o'clock. And I just got done watching the premiere of the remake of the Exorcist. Even though the one I have in my hand is the Exorcist 3 and Possessed. There's a clearer picture Possessed for you. But first off, let's say I was very excited for this TV show to air tonight, and I was also very kind of disappointed. Not because the show wasn't good, I was more disappointed in the fact that I think it could have been 1,000 times better if they decided to, when they did the remake, to make it a movie instead of a TV show. It could have been a lot better. But we'll see. Episode 1 just got done airing, and it was pretty good. Well, first off, we go to where this to this house. No, wait, my bad. First off, it opens up kind of dark, and we see this priest walking down the road, assumingly going to his church, right? And it was very good. It's, nice and dark and kind of creepy, very good. But as we get further along into the show, right? He's during the main priest. He's what's it called? He's doing a service at his church, and he's talking to this individuals as they're leaving, and the mother of the girl, I believe her name is Angela. Yes, I got that. I should have took notes, but I didn't, because I was just so excited to watch it. Wasn't even thinking about doing. Right? Okay. It was, and then she's like, "Oh," and she's concerned about her older daughter named Catherine, because apparently when she got back from college, she wasn't quite acting like herself. And then we get to go to the house where the events are going to start taking place further on in the season. Right? Where the events are going to take place further on in the season. And she heard like running up and down the stairs. And then all of a sudden she started to hear some like talking in the walls. And that's not quite right. She's thinking to herself. Oh yeah, and I forgot there's two girls. There's Catherine, and then there's Casey, maybe? I think. Darn it. I might have just forgotten the younger daughter's name. Oh, I wish I could look this up right now, but oh well. Anyway, And the priest, Father Thomas, is starting to have these nightmares or dreams about a different priest performing an exorcism in Mexico. And this priest, you go later on to find out his name is Father Marcus. Right? And then we're back into the present. Not the present. The next day when he wakes up from having his nightmare in dreams. And then we see Angela in there, and she's talking to Father Thomas about the events that have been happening, about the voices in the walls and stuff. So it looks like the infestation part is happening, or when a spirit or demon or any other supernatural force starts to haunt a place or person. So that started happening in episode 1, and I was kind of surprised by that. So at the pacing of it, and kind of surprised at the pacing of it. Kind of surprised by the pacing of it. Anyway, then Father Thomas goes to this priest retreat, where this priest retreat go talk to Father Marcus because of the dreams he's been having, and about how he saw him in his dreams. And he goes on to explain to him exactly what he's seen and heard in his dreams. And then Father Marcus is actually kind of surprised because he has said he hasn't told anybody that. Anyway, or what he said, wasn't in the news. And then anyway, we go back to the house while all this stuff is taking place. We're just saying Angela's house, right? And Angela's house. And then Father Thomas is there doing an investigation further at what is happening. Right? And then all of a sudden the hallway gets really dark, and the ladder to the attic, attic, comes crashing down. And so, in a possibly haunted house, they're like, oh, okay, let's climb up the stairs into the attic. So Father Thomas goes up the stairs, and I kind of like how he's using his phone's flashlight in the attic instead of a flashlight. That's kind of cool. More modern technology. But and then he thinks he sees Catherine. And then he gets closer and closer and closer. Closer and closer and closer, like I'm doing right now. And then it turns out it isn't Catherine. Like the girl, it's Casey. And then the she's starting to look, like all possessed, possessed and whatnot. But I think her and Catherine are both targets of the demon. But I think what he might have done was just the the spirit or demon playing a trick on Father Thomas, because when all the lights turn back on, um, when all the lights turn back on, she's perfectly fine looking. So, yeah. And then we go back to the priest retreat after Father Thomas is leaving. We go back to the priest retreat, and we see Father Marcus packing his stuff in a bag. So it looks like he's actually going to go help after all, because the first time when Father Thomas asked Father Marcus for help, when he went earlier in the episode to the priest retreat to ask Father Marcus for help, Father Marcus didn't really want anything to do with it. So it looks like he kind of changed his mind towards the end of the episode, which is actually pretty good, because technically Father Marcus is the exorcist, and Father Thomas isn't. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Future episode. Oh, I forgot one crucial detail. And that is, when Angela was talking to Father Tom earlier in the episode, probably about midway through, when Angela was talking to Father Thomas about what was happening in her house. Now, I know this is towards the end of the video, but this happened midway in the episode. I just forgot about it. When Angela was in Father Thomas's office in the church talking to him about what happened, she gets straight to the point. She pretty much just thinks it's a demon when it could be hundreds and hundreds of other things. But then this kind of creepy thing happened. All of a sudden they're talking, and a crow or a raven, one of the birds that are black, just comes crashing through the window. But here's what's strange about it. It gets stuck halfway through the window, and it stuck, and then just eventually dies like halfway through. So that was really strange. And anyway, as we continue, and then, like I said, back towards the end, like I said, Father Marcus is putting his stuff in a bag, and he heads out. And then the episode just pretty much cuts off in there. So we'll have to wait for future episodes to see what happens next. Have a good night and good morning, depending where you are. Talk to you tomorrow. And this was my review of the Exorcist remake TV show instead of movie. And that is an ending.